Hey guys, what's up? Light here, and I played some Object 907 last night, and basically, I believe it was for 11 games, so it was a decent session. 91%, 4,200 and something damage, and yeah, here are some of the games. So we're gonna start off in, what is this, Oasis Palms. They have a Leo, and it's pretty much all I have to contest early on, so I'm going to rush right and see what I can do there. Yeah, this wasn't live recording just because I was very exhausted after studying. I did tune a bit before, I think in the late afternoon. And then I hopped on, did some homework, and then after that I hopped on to play, but I just had no energy to really do any live comms. But I still wanted to make a video, so I knew I could just record it later like I am right now. But yeah, I see a WZ and I'm like, I gotta zoom out of here because it could be more than that behind him. But you know, as you can see, there's an IS-7 by the B cap on the minimap, and you know, I felt pretty confident if I could just keep my distance here and not get spotted. I could just re-aggress with my 140 that's finally pushing up with me on the right. And yeah, so I'm just looking at my minimap. Nothing else has been spotted, so I'm just gonna take it slowly. But I was like, you know what, if I could spot the WZ, it'll be right about now. But then I'm like, you know what, he probably left. So another tank got spotted mid by B, and now we can just push up aggressively here, me and the 140, as he's over-aggressing on the right. And I'm going to do something here that I probably never do, which is turn on auto-aim. So I'm going to turn it on here. Yeah, I was trying to use it throughout this gameplay, just to test it out a bit. I don't really use it, so especially in these close quarter scenarios. So right now is like when you see I turn it off, and then I'm just going to start working on the Leo, as he's kind of overextended and he doesn't have that great TD cover because no one's playing for our right corner, so they're not going to punish me poking like this on the Leo. As you see, the waffle is just straight ahead back there where the WZ is, and Leo's in a decently safe position. Not too safe because I could just easily rush him, but I'll do that in a second. I want to take care of the outside before I push the inside. And I see the WZ moving in the back, get a nice shot there, and yeah, he's pretty much dead. Yeah, I'm just going to rush the Leo like I said, now that the WZ is clear, and Waffle has no shots on me. So we'll get the clear in a second. I kind of want to bait the front plate, because the armor is trollish, to a point. It's not, you know, anything like T22, but you could get some bounces. Here, I thought it was a perfectly well-placed shot. But the thing is, I was too fast for my reticle in the game, so sometimes, you know, you just gotta slow it down a bit. And yeah, I mean, I thought the reticle was there and everything. It could have just been a game thing, but yeah. Alright, so we're gonna keep moving forward here and try to get behind the IS-7 because the rest of the tanks are over the B cap and he's the only one that stayed behind it. And so here again, I put on the auto aim, and this is where I was like, you know what, I'm never playing with auto aim again, or even trying it. I've been trying it here and there just for the hell of it, seeing what the rave is about, but honestly, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think I've mastered no auto aim, and it's not something that a lot of people do. A lot of people play with auto aim, so yeah, I was just trying to get used to it because I heard it, you know, like it has its benefits, but then again, if it's not broke, don't use it. So yeah, I don't know where that shot went, but that literally made me stop trying the auto aim for this gameplay. So yeah, we're going to stick to the routes. 140 is going to push the right side of the IS-7. It looks like their tanks are still over on that side. So while they're busy coming back, we're going to start working on this IS-7. We have the back. The 140 is doing a great job. Me and him are going to work him down really quick. And yeah, I am kind of scared as, you know, the left side is not spotted. We don't have any tank engines to spot that other than the VK, which doesn't have really good spotting range. But I saw the 57, and I'm pretty safe from him. And we get to clear the IS-7. Now, we are up on caps, however, they can easily take the B cap as they have more heavily armored and more HP on their tanks. So let's see how we play this out. The 140 is going to keep spotting town, and if he spots, I'm going to probably play the right side. But I see this E100 going mid, right? And what I want to do, I want to farm him as best as possible. So I'm going to use this rock by the TD bush to cover my right side as I get good farm in the open on this E100. So I put in the first shot. I knew I got spotted. I could get shot from the right side, but as I said, I'm going to use this rock right here and get to some safe hard cover and just finish off this E100. And now it's a 2v2, but the thing is they both have pretty much well over more than half their HP compared to me, which, you know, I barely have a little over 1/3 of my HP, so yeah, so we'll see. Excuse me, a little less than 1/3, and the VK has the same as well, probably like 1/4. So yeah, he gets a good shot in the Badger, but yeah, there's not much I can do if they cap B. But where this 57 I think makes a mistake is, and I probably would have done it as well, I wouldn't really say it's a mistake. He just wants to go for damage. I mean, they're gonna win the cap if they just stay back, so I guess he wants to go for damage. What he doesn't know is I have a VK ready to shoot and help me, and he gets a really sick HE in here, and I just outplay this 57 here, wanting to rush me, you know, get that really good damage for distance. And yeah, pretty much the game was won on that shot, I think, because now it's a pretty much cap pressure game, and whoever gets the cap first wins, and it's a pretty close game. So let's see if that shot really won us a game or not. Here I'm thinking that they're gonna cap out before we do, so that's why I was rushing B, and it looks like we just barely scrape away with that win there. So kudos to the VK, and we worked really well together in the end, especially against the 57 there. So it's really good to see sometimes where, you know, you use your commands in game, especially if you don't have game chat on like me. So yeah, we aced it with the first game on in the night after some pretty hard assignments, but yeah, again, kudos and shout out to the VK72. Really great shot there to really seal the deal. And yeah, now that the game's over, let's talk a little bit about the 907. I think it's becoming one of my favorite mediums in the game, up there with the T22 in terms of just fun factor and overall dependability on, you know, everything. The gun, armor, DPM. It doesn't have, you know, as great armor, but you could get some decent troll armor if you side hug sometimes with it and bait your front when you're corner peeking and stuff like that. It's not a tank it's not a tank that you could bounce in open like a T22 or anything like that, but you know, you can make it work in certain spots. And the DPM is up there. It's not as great, you know, as like an LT or anything, but it's up there. It's a really good fast firing, you know, Russian med, you know, your standard Russian med. I love the speed. That's pretty much why I love this tank. Definitely not over the T22. It's just they're different playstyles if you compare the 907 and the T22, both Russian collector mediums. One, I don't even know how to describe it, but I'm not going to waste time describing it, but yeah, the 907, it's a speed for me. The speed, acceleration, engine power. The gun isn't as accurate, and I think it's the worst out of the Russian meds, but if you have good aim, you'll make it work. So let's see, I'm just playing passive here because they have two mediums to me. So I'm the only medium here, and I want to play this passive using my TD support. But then, you know, like, I just pretty much push this because I think, safely get out in case I do get rushed just because of my mobility, like mentioned. And yeah, I mean, my recording kind of glitched, the recording I'm looking at right now, so I'm not sure if this is on time, but we're going to just stick with it. And yeah, we got the flank here, the 6-8's pushing up aggressively, and I'm just going to use him to, you know, farm off this Yag really quick here. Put in the adrenaline as well, get that optimal DPM, maximizing it as well. Put in a heat shell there, and here I think I just should have aimed it better because I was kind of nervous and I pulled back a little early on him shooting and having a reload over me. And I was wondering where the M60 was because I saw the 202, and there you have it. He's just chilling on the right, probably eating a good meal at the moment. So I'm definitely going to take advantage of that. It's not every day where you just get gifted AFKs. I don't think in any gameplay I've had so far on YouTube, I've had a free AFK to farm, so I'll definitely take that any day of the week. So yeah, I'm just looking around the map and seeing what it's looking like compared to, like, you know, what trades we're winning, what trades we're taking, and what I can do after I kill this AFK M60. So the play is to get some good shots on the Yag as the 62 is rushing him, And yeah, I got my max roll loaded up, put in a heat shot on the side, and definitely that hits there. You know, I got the good max roll. Put in a heat shot on the bottom plate, and let's see if we can finish him off with this last one here. There we go. The gun is kind of troll. Sometimes it doesn't go where you aim, but it's rare, honestly. People who, I would say, you see, like that hit exactly where I wanted, so it's kind of like a 50-50 sometimes. But that's with any gun in the game, so you can't really complain about the 907 gun if it can hit shots like that. But sometimes it is going to miss those wide open shots that you should hit, so it's just kind of a warning if you're going to pick it up in the future if it comes back in the stores, or if you have your eye on the tank. So I'm going to come back to spawn. I fake like I was rotating out just to catch a Yag by surprise, and yep, there he is, and we're going to pick up the kill here, and we're going to keep flanking. You know, I'm going to push and pressure up this IS-7 with the VK, so we'll definitely be working on him together. And it looks like he's AFK. I guess, I don't know, people are either really hungry and they would like to, you know, eat meals during, or, you know, in a Blitz match, or, you know, it's spring break and their parents are telling them to get off their devices, so either or. So yeah, get in the nice kill shot there in the 6-8, and the game's pretty much won, so I'm just gonna scavenge around and see what I can do. Here I don't like to go for damage actually, although the easiest play I could do is just ignore the chieftain on the right and go straight for the mouse on the left. I kind of just want to clean off this game pretty well, but I get beat to it by the VK there, so it's kind of unfortunate. I could have farmed out maybe a couple shots on that guy. The Yag gets a good shot in the mouse, so basically trying to be a team player gets me no damage, but at least we get the kill on the mouse, so it's another good game, back-to-back 5Ks, and decent start to a pretty good session. So yeah, 5 kills. I love picking up a lot of kills in high DPM tanks. It just shows that you're pretty much doing your job in the tank, and being a really great team player. So it's not just about the damage, it's also about, you know, getting the kills and making sure you seal the game. Alright, so third game here. You know, speaking more on the 907, it does get ammo racked a lot too. I have been full health ammo racked in this tank. Like, I don't have that many battles in it, I've tuned a lot in it, but I'll tell you right now, I mean, I think this was also one of my first solo sessions in it. But getting back into topic, I want to say maybe 5 times out of like a little over 100 battles in it, so it's pretty much like a 5% chance of getting ammo racked. In the big picture, it doesn't seem like a lot, but I mean, not even in like a T22 or an LT even. I've never gotten ammo racked in an LT in pubs ever. In competitive, you know, that's kind of like a different story, but yeah, that's, I don't know, the 907's like ammo rack percentage and ammo rack HP is something I need to look into because I don't know the stats on there, the numbers. I see a 62A on their team, so what I'm going to do is play really aggressively, right? What's the worst that can happen? I'm going to trade with the guy, and their team's going to be slow to come here, so that's the best optimal play for me. And I'm confident again in any 1v1, so yeah, I was pushing the tempo here really well, and I didn't really care if I met the 62. But I mean, as soon as I peeked around that corner and I knew he wasn't there, I knew this game was sealed and I was going to get pretty decent farm. So I got a good shot in the chieftain there as he was over poking that hill. And then I spot the 183, but something seemed really off about this just because I got spotted here, and there you know. And there you have it. The 62A came out of nowhere. I guess he wasn't confident, which is understandable because we have 2 mobile tanks to his, and I think he played that really well, just spotting the spawn, making sure that we didn't overcommit. But I'm ignoring him and I'm putting shots in the 183, seeing with the bat chat there, and see if I could put in a shot on the left cheek. Yeah, it doesn't hit, and he's just HE spamming at this point. So what I'm going to do is see if I can create any sort of angle through the middle of the map on their super heavies and super TD, which is a Yag and the 100 there. So I put in a shot on the Yag, and it looks like I'm going to get some decent fun here. Put in a shot, Well, I was trying to put a shot, but the batch had just stepped right in front of me. So yeah, I put another shot in the Yag, and I put a shot in the E100 here. So it's pretty much a farm frenzy here. 62A is not getting any spots on us because we're using this big rock, as you can see, and we got some good shots here. Another shot on the Chieftain up top, and this is where I just want to push the tempo more and just push the right side and get rid of that 62A, since most of the heavies are occupied on the left side of the map with our other heavies. And yeah, let's see if we could farm out a little bit more damage here. I see the 183. I try to put in the shot there. Hits the dirt again, too quick. Before my reticle gets to the target, I shoot. So slowing down with that, fixing that right there, and killing the 183. Trading with the 62A. He's kind of being annoying here, honestly. He has nothing to play for, and I think he was way too passive. But yeah, kind of unfortunate track shot there, but my team kind of, you know, bails me out here. So we got a good kill on the 62A from, I think it was a bat chat. Aim the shot here. He's using our IS-7 really well, and as you see, the 907 gun doesn't have good pen either. But same with any Russian medium running rammers, so you can't really complain about that. And yeah, I die here because the 62, not the 62, Type 72 doesn't want to go for damage, and he'd rather get the kill on me for some reason. So yeah, that's fine, I'll take it, and another decent game. Not the best, not the greatest, but the ability to show you how fast you can work a flank and farm with a good DPM. So yeah, get to the flank quickly. Got a sniper tanker medal, so I mean, I'll take that. 907 can also work as a TD part-time maybe. Gave worthy opponent to the VK for showing his competitive potential there and focus firing low HP targets. So yeah, we're gonna keep moving forward here and get into some more games. 907, I think after this, I put a lot of attention to it now and definitely won't disrespect it anymore. I mean, then again, I didn't really have any time whatsoever with this tank alone, so it was nice to go out and drive it in a nice solo session. So we're gonna continue into, what map is this? Castilla? Yeah, Castilla. Okay, for a second I had a brain fart there, and I had to kind of pause the recording to see what map this was before I was just not gonna say a map for a second there. But yeah, my brain's kind of fried right now. We're just gonna take a trip up this TD spot here, and yeah, see if we can get some good spots or any early shots on any tanks crossing. Not sure if I have the speed from this spawn to do that, but since I have that IS-7 spotting ahead for me, we can definitely, instead of spotting, we can get a good shot early. And so IS-7 connects with a good track shot there, and I think one of our TDs hit him as well, and then I just put in another love tap there. So nice little first shot to start the game, and I'm just gonna pick up the tempo with some medium play on the left side with my mediums and see what we can do there. Progetto bat chat is what I'm working with, so I'd say we can definitely delete a tank really quick. And what I'm gonna do here, right, I doubt their TDs are playing behind the 62A on the far left, and if they are, I'm gonna use this house right here with the orange top, with the orange roof, to pretty much make the 62A either push me or just move forward on the top. So he elects to push me, and this is where I bait him really hard. I'm gonna give time for my mechs to come and help me and make him push to me down here. So he's going to be super exposed, and he's pretty much dead here with help from my Progetto. Kind of a risky play to make if your team doesn't come help you. I probably still could have won that 1v1, but I probably would have been a one shot, I'd say. So kudos to the Progetto for helping me out on that. I trusted him though, so it was a play I was willing to make, and a trust I was willing to form. Alright, so I'm going to spot that 183 really quick, crossing to this side of the spawn. And there he is, just sitting there, chilling. I think he could have definitely just pushed left as soon as, you know, we pushed on the 62, because it was kind of a losing fight there for him to take spawn. And he could have just pushed the tempo on the left side and probably farmed more instead of sitting back against like potentially 3 meds rushing him at once. But I understand, I guess people want their damage, but I think he would have had more left, I think. So I want the Progetto to push because he can definitely take a headshot. I cannot. I definitely cannot. So he shoots the Progetto, he fail headshots, and this is where we just charge in all 3 together. I think we could have done it way earlier, but that's fine. So the Yag, he's playing behind the 183. So in the end, I guess it wasn't a bad play by the 183. Good play by him since he's getting covered by the Yag. And, you know, we have the derp and then the DPM in the back with the Yag, but unfortunately he dies pretty quick. We kill him off and see if we could break 3K this game. It's gonna be hard, but we'll try. We will definitely try. So we got the Yag there, and we're gonna try to rush for this IS4 because, you know, we don't want to have those sub 3K games. Alright, so we're gonna go and farm off as much as we can now. Progetto kind of blocking there a bit, but it's kind of my fault for not, I guess, getting the outside first. So putting a shot there, see if I can get the kill shot. And I think this is gonna be the 3K. So I mean, at least we do 3K. Not the greatest, but you know, it's definitely not anything bad. So nice. Little game on Castillo to continue the win streak. So we'll definitely take that. And again, just some games from the session. I did lose 1 game, I think, so. Let's see. Okay, so we're on Canal, one of the better maps for a medium, so. I forgot what side I played this game. Okay, I played left, as you can see. Cool. They have a 140 in LT. I'm not confident with the Sheridan. I mean, he does have great dirt, but you know, if it's a 2v2, I'm not confident winning it because, you know, Sherry's gonna go down quickly, and yeah, I have to deal with the LT and 140 shortly after. But let's see what they do, how they play this. I was expecting the 140 to keep driving, but you know, he made the right play. Let's see if I can get a shot here. No shot. Doesn't go in on the side. It was at a decent angle, but I tried. So next thing you know, I'm just gonna try and go for a turret shot with my heat, because it doesn't have the strongest turret. Nice. Get the cupola shot on the right side. Damages observation. So nice little start to the game. We bled him as well with the Sheridan, and he's pretty much forced to back off. And what I'm gonna do, since my team is starting to come to A, which is, you know, the left side of the map. No, excuse me, D. I'm going to start picking up the tempo here and putting a shot on the 183 because he's kind of overextended, and nice. I load in the heat show because, you know, the 183 top turret is kind of troll now. So again, now I was realizing that it's not that I'm too fast for my reticle. Just the 907 gun just isn't as snappy as, let's say, a 62A, obviously, or even a 140. So I just gotta aim them in more. So it's not that I was going too fast for my reticle, I'd say, just looking at this over. So getting a good traction on the 140, 215B is pushing the flank, and he's giving me easier shots on the 140 as he's turning around for him. And I'm gonna pop in 1 more. I could risk the HE, but I don't know, people make the weirdest moves, so I wasn't gonna risk it. And let's see if I can put in a shot in the Yag. But no, it doesn't pen there at that angle, and I get the track critical. So again, not too accurate on the move like that, but I mean, it's good to try those shots anyways because they're free. So I'm just gonna go over this hill and spawn, and hopefully the Yag's not looking at me. But if he is, it doesn't matter because he doesn't have any support, as the tanks are over the B bridge, and they pretty much can't do anything to me if they wanted to. So I'm gonna put a track shell in here. Doesn't do any damage, which is rather unfortunate, but I'll get the front track here in a second, and that's going to do damage for sure. And I'm going to end up picking up the kill here, and so, yeah, we're done with that guy. And I see the 60 TP and 57 are mid, so I don't want to over-aggress. Putting a shot in the not 140, in the E5. But that bounces just because the shell velocity isn't the greatest on this tank. I forced a TP to make a really tough shot there, and he misses it. So I'm gonna go in and pick up a shot here if I can. But his hole's covered, so his bottom plate's covered, so I just put in a shot there. So what I'm gonna do is work out a really far angle. So as they're gonna be engaged with my team, kind of in the front lines, I'm gonna get their sides, but from a distance because I don't want to get pushed by them, as I'm pretty much a two-shot for them. So, and also the 57 has been unspotted for quite a while now, so I don't want to be ambushed by him going for the TP in close range. So I'm going to work this ramp by the A side of the map, which is pretty much behind me, and yeah, I'll probably get some good shots in the 60 TP soon enough if he backs off. So Sheridan killed the E5, and I only have to worry about 2 tanks, so this is where I start putting up, the pressure more close, so towards B cap here, towards my right. And so I get some good shots on the back of this 60 TP, so I'm going to use the house. I'm going to move it forward, use the house on my left, so I won't get shot by the 57 while I'm farming out the TP, and yeah, that's all she wrote. Game's over. I'm going to put in a nice quick snapshot there on the 57, and I thought the 60 TP was going to get finished, that's why I went for that, but I ended up finishing it myself. And here, I think I could have just took my time with this shot you're going to see. I just put one out there, not really aiming it as much, more so just trying to snap it, but the thing was, I honestly should have traded there, I think. I traded one shot, and now he can't finish me unless he high rolls both shots. So getting a good shot there, and I used the Kron as a meat shield unintentionally, and the 57's clipped out by now, so I slowed down because I thought this Kron was just gonna, drive me out of the bridge for some reason. So. But that's fine, we got the other shot there, and yeah, it's pretty much a 5k game. Not 5k on paper, but, if you round them up, close to it. Basically another 5k game. 907, really putting in work this session. I could have gotten more kills, but I'll take the ace, so I'll definitely take the ace. Yeah, and we're just gonna keep going. I definitely, now that I played the 907, I'm definitely gonna bring you guys out a T22 video sometime in the future, so we can compare. Not which is better, because it all depends on, the teams, that you're going up against, or the teams you have sometimes. So, sometimes you're not going to get these perma 4K sessions. Sometimes you'll get like perma high 3K or mid 3K, sometimes even 4.5, but it all varies on the day you play, etc. So, but you can also see, just when I play, you could just see the skill of the tank, I guess, sometimes. So I guess that wouldn't matter in your self-assessment, for which tank is the better collector. Medium, Russian medium at tier 10. So yeah, I'm gonna get some early aggressive. Honestly, I misread their lineup, and I played this way too aggressively here. But I do have the speed again in a 907 just to get away from this kind of sketchy scenario. But I don't want the 202 to die so quickly. He's already bled most of his HP, so I'm just going to back him off here. We're going to most likely lose this 2v2, but if I can get some sort of farm here. Again, the gun isn't as great, snapshots, snapshots, so that kind of sucks there. But I'm still confident though, like, although my 202 isn't, I would say he wasn't any help this game, right? Because he pretty much overpushed that. I'm still confident if I have any sort of help. So this is where the 183 comes into play, right? So these guys just can't rush me for free. I still would have gotten out of there just because of my insane speed, but I decided to stay here and take the fight with my 183. And this is where the tides have changed. I put in a shot there. I thought it was a decent track shot, but it didn't do anything to the track. It just track criticaled it. But these guys aren't going to rush me anytime soon, and this is where I'm going to take advantage. Use my armor to kind of side scrape a bit. Use the rock, kind of outplay that Sheridan as he was aiming for a shot, thinking I was going to stay there. But I'm looking around, right? I'm looking at the 202, what he's doing, trying to get shots on me, and this Sheridan pretty much dies for free. Thinking the 202 was going to push with him, but I mean, I don't think the 202 was willing to take that 183 shot, so unfortunate there for the Sheridan. I think I used my 183 really well, and shout out to the 183, did a very good job there. Kind of displaying the troll armor on the 907. You could get some bounces when you make some unsuspecting moves, as you see there, and yeah, the 202 is pretty much dead. So again, shout out to the 183. Without him, that kind of like 1v2 scenario wouldn't have been possible. So he gave me some really great support, and you're going to see at the end of the game he doesn't do that much damage, but the damage he did do was very vital for us winning the game. So I'm just going to work the flank here, and you know, the game's pretty much won, I would say. I'm going to wait for this 183 to turn his turret away from here so I can cross safely. I put in a shot on the 183, he doesn't get his gun, not even to get some sort of a snapshot on me, so that's nice, we'll take that. He's looking away, I put in another shot, he just shot, so I'm going to see if I can get a either track shell or a side shot here. So I aim for the side shot. Yeah, not the greatest aim there. And here, as you can see, the 907 gun is troll on the bottom plate of the IS-8. Not sure where that went, but yeah, we're gonna keep working the flank and seeing if we could just pick up a little bit more damage before the game finishes. So no shots on the 183. He's not quite that tall, but the IS-8's getting farmed out. So I'm just gonna go for the 183, who's in the back, who no one has shots on at the moment. And let's see if I can pick up another kill and make it back-to-back 3-kill games. So there we go. Pick up the kill on the 183, and it's another solid game. Just under 4K. Again, 183 did a fantastic job there covering me. And yeah, it seems last game I got a lucky player, I suppose. Yeah, I gave the 183 a thumbs up. Hands down, the best player of that game for supporting me there. And here, I had started a new recording just because I was scared of the file size, so I didn't want to kind of like go in a queue and waste a bit, because I did have like mobile lobbies only, because yeah, I was getting tunneled a bit, so I kind of had to take the PC lobbies out for this one. But I usually play with them on. But yeah, get a good shot in the 907 to start things off in the bottom plate, making sure he respects me as he tries to poke there as I'm looking away, which were pretty much the only times that he poked on me was when I was looking away. But now he sees that we have some sort of support and he runs away, so I get to pick up the waffle, and I'm going to start working on this 100 LT here. And this guy is pretty much toast, but what I don't want to do is get put and stuck in this position, because the 907 could easily farm me out on the enemy team. So we're going to pick up this LT, and I'm going to put in one more shot, and LT is going to pick him up soon. He's fully reloaded, and he did not pick up the LT, so I don't know what that was about. I had to turn around, back again, and pick him up myself. So 60 TP is just camping spawn, waiting for the meds, of course. So what we're gonna do is just put some shots into this guy and make him push us. So LT's gonna work his side, and we're gonna work on that TP together soon enough. He's gonna push over to my left, so I'm gonna just wrap around his right. I'm gonna rush him knowing he just shot right now, and get a good side shot there. I think I lit him up for a bit, or at least could have hit his fuel tank, but the 907 wants to put shots at me. He puts himself in a crossfire, and we were able to really punish him for that. So he's backing off there, so I'm going to start working on this E100, this unsuspecting E100, and get a nice fire here. Oh wait, no, was this a shot? No, this was not the shot. Okay, kind of spoiled it for you there, but yeah, the I-7 just got comboed heavy, and so I'm going to try to pick up the kill here, but unfortunately I didn't aim that one well, but we'll pick it up here. And psych, because the Super Conqueror takes it, so really good aim on Super Conk's part. And we're going to just push up this ramp, seeing if we can track the 100 as he rushes me, but he's playing that really smart, and he's not going to do anything until I shoot. I tried to line up a shot on the TP, but I was kind of nervous that the E100 was there, so I didn't want to take a shot from him for free. And this is where we get that nice fire. I tried to track him here, not sure where that went. But that's fine. I'm just gonna not even go for the side hug early. I'm just gonna back off using my momentum, and then I'll just probably push him. And there we go. We force a bounce, so that's nice. Again, kind of troll armor, especially for tanks that don't have really good damage pressure. You have a really strong turret and a decently strong upper hold, but not as strong as you'd think, to be honest. It's mostly like on the top near the turret, not the actual top of the hole. And here, try to get the kill shot on the TP, but again, aim was kind of off, or just a pen. One of those, or maybe a mix of both. Who knows? So yeah, get the nice, clean sweep and Faust. Not sweep, but kind of like a nice little sweep around the map, I'd say. So yeah, get another ace tank with this gameplay. I was just farming aces at this point. Yeah, and the last game, last but not least, Vineyards. Right? Again, one of my favorite maps, and again, it does bring a hell of a lot of good memories. But yeah, we're gonna go to the left side. I would want. So let's see if we can make this work. The thing is, I saw like their lineup was filled with TDs and, you know, a super heavy, so I don't imagine a super heavy to play left. And, you know, super heavies in pubs, for some reason, they have a lot of, I would say, majority votes for your team, right? So if you see a super heavy pushing one way, you're gonna probably follow him to farm off of him. So that's what I was just suspecting here, and I was kind of right. So I'm gonna push the tempo here, get not some shots in the waffle yet. I'm just gonna get some easy shots in the 202, but then the 61 just pops up here, and this is where I kind of get mixed up here. I should have shot the 61 again, but I wanted to shot on the 202. I didn't expect him to pull back like that, not looking at me, so that kind of threw me off a bit for that shot. I trade with this chieftain there, not the best trade, but you know, if I can trade a 3-for-1, 2 in mediums and 1 in chieftain, I'll do that, so it's not the end of the world. So 61 kind of overpokes here a bit, and then I'm going to shot on the waffle, as he's not covering his entire tank. And he's expecting me to poke on the left side, so I'm going to get another cheeky shot here on the right, and there we go. So pretty much led the waffle to half health already with my team. Let's see if I can pick up the kill. Not quite there. He gets behind cover, and I don't have the angle there, so I put in a shot on the unsuspecting 50B in town, who got lit up by the E100. And yeah, I'm just going to keep working this ridge on top of like by the A cap here. So yeah, I think we have this game just on positioning and caps alone. Putting a side shot on the chieftain here. I'm not sure what direction he was going to look at, so I kind of have to aim that one carefully. Get the kill shot on the 202, trade with him there for that. And yeah, we'll see where we go from here. I see that E100 there, and I see that we're about to triple cap, so I'm kind of like scared, right? It's like, what if I don't farm all this damage? So this is where I start trying to get like some decent damage, but that E100 turns his turret, surprisingly, and I kind of don't get that shot there. But I was like, you know what, I could just easily farm him here, you know, with this turret facing me. And then I see the 50B wants to put in a shot at me, so I just throw out a shot there. Again, not the best tank to snapshot in, and I'm just going to pick up the kill on the 50B, but I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not. I need to get some damage in, so the game's pretty much over at this point, and there's like a Yag I could farm, the 61 and the waffle that are still alive, so kind of sucks there. We do get over 4k, but there's some decent amount of HP to be farmed. But yeah, that was the last game, so not a bad session whatsoever. 907, definitely an underrated tank. I recommend you pick it up if it ever comes back in stores soon. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the gameplay, and I appreciate you guys for watching the videos. See you in the next one.